Hey everybody, it's Friday, so that means pickups so that I can get this off my desk and into the binders or holders of choice. A couple of different sets of cards here that I want to talk about, predominantly eBay, and then I'll give you a little story at the end about one of the packages that we had actually given up on that actually ended up coming in. So first one was a 4-card lot from eBay, so I'll show this to you. So this is for 2020 Prism. So 2 base version cards of the Juan Soto card. Again, these are unlicensed, but still pretty neat looking cards. So 2 of the base copies. These are going to go in the little Soto Z folio that I've started to put together. I'm starting to put together a little Soto PC. So that's going to go in the Z folio. This one's kind of cool. This is a Carolina Blue. So this is an unnumbered one. Nice Prism card. And this is the red, white, and blue. It's also unnumbered. Both of these will go in the Z folio as well, but they'll add some shine to the base card as well. Very nice. 4-card lot. I ended up getting those for less than $2 a card shipped, so no complaints there. Now this one I think came in the blaster boxes, I believe. This is, I think it's called the Mojo one. I'll look it up and put it on the screen for you. So this is the 85 Topps design with the pattern in the background. I've seen a number of these, but the name escapes me right now. Very cool looking card though. There's a couple of parallels to this, but this is an unnumbered version. Very much borrows fully from that 85 Topps design. Neat looking card. I think that's going to go in the folder as well. Another nice folder card. This one's going to be similar idea. So this is from my, I don't know if this is also Topps or this is a different version, but this is a chrome refractor, also 85 Topps style. You can see there it's got the more traditional refractor look, and this is a little bit embossed. So I'll put the distinction on the screen for you just so we have it in front of us, but very cool looking card. It's nice to have the contrast in both the home and away jerseys. So there you go, 2 versions of the 85 Topps, home and away, and 2 slightly different refractor technologies. Very cool. All the baseball is going to be Soto this time around. So this one here was a pickup. So this is not, I don't consider this to be a rookie card, but this is definitely a rookie year. So this is from the Topps update. This is a rookie debut, but this one is the rainbow foil. And I use the light above here to help out with the lighting a little bit, just to give you a proper look for it. So that's just a nice looking card. This one may eventually go to grading, but right now with the way the grading is, I'm not in too much of a hurry. That is a fun card with the shine on it. That one will not be going in the Z folio. All right, next one. So this is for my Soto rookies that I'm putting together. I already had an ungraded version of this, but I decided to pick up this version. PSA 10. That's the Topps Heritage. Nice clean card. Based on the 69 Topps design. Very cool. Now, a thing I mentioned kind of in the live stream that I did with Josh from Cardboard Chronicles is that one of the things that I keep an eye out on, and I think this is something that you can keep an eye on as well, if you are a fan of some of the kind of modern players. Having a card like this is awesome, but the fact is they made a lot of these, so these are hardly limited. So that's why this was available in this kind of condition pretty easily. It's a modern card. You know, getting a PSA 10 like this isn't too crazy. One thing that you can kind of keep an eye out on, now this is not a PSA 10, this is actually an SGC card. So this is my first SGC card in the new folder. And this actually came from Nolan, Elico 3. So if you checked out that stream, this is the card I was referencing. So this is the Topps Heritage Chrome card, SGC 95. And this is the same kind of Soto card, but obviously it's a Chrome card, but it's also numbered. And what I like about SGC's new label is that they actually put the numbering on there. So these are limited to $9.99. And that numbering is right there. There you go, you can see that. But I do appreciate that they put it on the front of on the label. But this is numbered to $9.99. So the thing is, regardless of whether it's graded or not, they made 999 of these. And regardless of what condition it's in, there are comfortably more than 999 of these. So these two complement each other. Obviously, they're both in the collection. But it's nice to have a card with an actual numbering to be able to say there are no more than this amount, regardless of condition. So both of them kind of fit into kind of what I'm working on here, but at the same time, you're going to see more. I try to get the numbered cards in where I can. And in the same vein, actually, let me go back one card because I forgot to mention it. And probably I'll mention it in a future video as well, but I want to make a reference to one more thing here. So when we're talking about this rainbow foil, the thing about this, and this is, I made reference to it, there is a gold version of these cards as well, including the actual Soto rookie from Update and all that good stuff. And he's got a rainbow foil like this as well. Now, this is not a numbered card, and there's nothing on the back necessarily that's going to tell you it's rainbow foil, although there might be a thing with the code. I'm not sure about that. But obviously, when you look at it, you can see it's rainbow foil. But the thing is, with the Update, is that, and this is something to bear in mind, is that the Topps Gold is numbered to 2018 for this year, and those came in 1 in every 11 packs. But these rainbow foils came 1 in every 10 packs, at least as far as hobby is concerned. Well, the thing to bear in mind as far as that's concerned is that means the amount printed for this is probably going to be more than gold, certainly, but not like ridiculously more. And if there are 2018 gold cards, then we can pull out the old calculators and try to figure it out. But let's just say there's comfortably less than 3,000 of these out there, which means even though it's not numbered, at least there's some kind of a limit. At least they're a little bit more limited than, say, the base version of this card, for example, and the same for the rookie. So just something to bear in mind. There is a method to my madness in addition to wanting to get my hands on some of these to have. Just thought I would fill you in on that a little bit in this mail video. Now let's get to the Modanos here, because that's obviously my main project that I work on. So I started filling in some more of those 90s cards. So this is 98.99 Dynagon Ice. This is the red foil parallel. A couple of the smaller Modanos I'm not going to spend too much time on, but that's the red foil version. This is Crown Royale, and this is the Pivotal Players insert. Nice little card there. That's kind of cool. This one's kind of fun. This is $98.99 as well. This is the Be a Player, but this is the Tampa Bay All-Star Game version. Now, there's a lot of different card show specific or event specific cards like this, but I'll show you two things about this one. So number one, it's actually got embossed right into it the nice logo for the Tampa Bay All-Star Game, and it's hand numbered to 50. So it's kind of a cool looking card. Very neat. So one of the more kind of obscure ones from this period, and I'm really making a dent in that late 90s checklist. So that's one that I definitely wanted to have. This one here is a 2004-2005. This is a Black Diamond red parallel. I'm always a fan of the Black Diamonds. And this one's numbered to 100. Pretty simple card from eBay. Okay, this next one I'm going to show you as a group. So first I'll show you the cards that came in, and then I'll show you a little group to go along with it. And this one is going to be part of my story. And then I'll explain, when I get to the other two cards at the end, I'll explain the full story. So just bear in mind that these are part of a package that came from one seller. So this is the 2002-2003 Parkhurst. This is the silver parallel to this card. So Parkhurst was a revitalized, heritage brand in hockey. Now you can see there's a bunch of paraphernalia and things down there in the design. The silver's kind of plain. There's nothing too much to it, but that is numbered to 50. Okay, that's the silver one. And then this is the gold version. You can actually make out a little bit more of the detail in the foil on this one. It's a little easier to see. Gold version is numbered to 10. Now these two were a big deal as far as the collection is concerned, because they helped me fill out this little grouping. So we've got these two. We got the bronze. So this one's out of 100. And then we got our base card, which is green. So that right there is a completed rainbow. And here's, this is a he shoots, he scores. This was one of the inserts that you'd have instead of a memorabilia card that they would include part of it, but they use the same picture. So there you go. So you got that for good measure. But that is the actual rainbow. So there you go. Another rainbow completed. All right, this next one is great. It doesn't complete a rainbow, but it almost does. It actually puts a nice little dent because this was a key piece. So this is from 98.99, SPx Finite, and all the cards in Finite were numbered. So I'll show you this one. So this is from the Global Impact parallel, or the Global Impact subset, I guess. And this is the Spectrum. So you can see obviously it has a nice rainbow kind of foil thing going on with kind of the silver foil. And it goes absolutely crazy in the light. Especially right here at the emblem, it's fantastic. Now this one was numbered to 225. Hold on, let me do that right. There you go. 225, so that's the Spectrum. So there's one more of these that I need, and that parallel is actually numbered to 25. So that one is a super tough one. So almost a rainbow, but not quite. But as far as this particular subset is concerned, that will complete the subset, because this is the toughest version of that. And the second toughest card in the set for Modano. Very cool. Okay, speaking of, kind of rainbow and rainbow type things that I'm working on. This one here, again, almost completes the rainbow. I'm not quite finished. So I've been working on the last couple of mail days. You would have seen different examples of 2019, 2020 stature, upper deck stature hockey. So this is from the Century Momentous. So this is the blue version, number 20. Very nice looking card. Now this one is going to fall under the same category as the story at the end of the video, because I ordered one of these like a month and a half ago, and it was taking so long that I was starting to lose a little bit of patience. I hoped that it would actually come in the mail, but I didn't want to sit around and, being that there's only 20 of these, I didn't want to leave it to chance. So I ended up making a little order. So I also have number card 20 of 20. So 13 of 20 and 20 of 20. So now I got 2 copies of this, 10% of the print run. Not exactly what I want to be doing all the time, but out of 20 is low numbered enough that I wanted to make sure I got my hands on one, and high numbered enough that I was able to capture a second copy. Now with this coming up, at some point I'll do a little showcase video for all the Upper Deck stature cards, and that means the only card I have left for this little subset, this little insert set, is actually the black one. The black is out of 2, so those are super tough. And then the other card I have is missing is a 1 of 1, which I have a handle on, but it's a case of trying to find a price that the seller and I were happy with. At the moment, they have a little higher opinion of it than I do, and I can't help them with that. So we'll, stay tuned. To be determined if that's possible. I'm not going to worry about it if I can't get my hands on it, but I'd love to if I can. This next card is actually kind of cool as well. This is from 2010, 2011. This is from Captaincy. This is the complete, I guess, a mini rainbow of it, because there's the base version as well. So this is the gold version of the Captaincy autograph for Modano, and the gold version, pretty lightly accented there, but you can definitely see it's the gold version, and they do label it on the back. Gold version is numbered to 10 copies. Well, unnumbered to 10 copies. There are 10 of these lying around. It's a very cool card. Another autograph for the collection. All right, last card before I get to the little story. This one needs a new top loader, but I'm going to show it anyway. This one already made its way onto my Instagram, so I'll show this one to you. So this is from 2010, 2011 Ultimate Collection Hockey. This is a Mike Modano Ultimate Patches, which is a mouthful. Very cool patch where you've got the star there. This one's just a plain green piece, but the star is actually really sweet. And Modano was number 90 in the 1 year he played for Detroit. But this caused some consternation for some folks, because this was Modano's last full year where he did play for Detroit, but obviously they didn't have a piece of Detroit memorabilia for it, so they ended up using the Dallas memorabilia, which is a little bit confusing as far as looking at it, but it was the case. And these are numbered to 35 for this example. Cool looking card, and definitely a nice little pouch there with the star piece, but I can't complain and argue. So you can see that they actually included a little, they folded over a penny sleeve in order to make it fit a little bit better. So I don't mind that. But a cool looking patch just the same. Nice addition to collection. Happy to have that. Okay. So now these last two are going to be part of that story I was talking about. So I'll show you this one first. This is 2002, 2003 BAP Memorabilia. This is the emerald version. So you can see from the strip down here, and some accents in the emerald color. Well, the emerald versions of a BAP player from this era, those are all numbered to 10. So that is a super toughie, without question. But that is not the final one from this mail day. This other one came. So the 2 Parkhurst ones and this BAP player memorabilia emerald came in, all from the same package, same seller. And this last one was 2003, 2004 BAP player memorabilia as well, same set but a different year. And this one is also the emerald. So again, numbered to 10. Now, let me have these in hand here while we're talking. So what's the significance, other than the fact these are numbered to 10? So I ordered these from a former Modano collector who's been divesting various cards in the collection. I've been buying from them for a while. So they are over in Vancouver, which is on the opposite side of the country from where I am. Now, I've done a lot of business with them already, bought a bunch of different cards here that I've included in these mail days over the last maybe year and a half. But one thing that has never happened, and obviously the mail is in an interesting state at this point, is I've never had a delay longer than a couple of weeks. Sometimes it's a little bit slow and it takes, the better part of a month. But these I ordered on July the 12th and they came in this week, which those of you who have a calendar can determine that It's closing in on 2 months. So at that point, at about a month and a half, we were kind of losing hope. So I messaged him, and being a good seller, he basically said, you know what, no problem, I'll refund you the money. If they come in, please let me know, and then we'll figure something out. So I did get them in the mail finally, and they literally came in this week, and they came in as part of a all together. So you just have to imagine this envelope contained 3 cards that are limited to 10, which would have been very hard to replace, including the Parkhurst one that I mentioned on there. I'll put it on the screen as well. So this one here, the gold version, and these 2 emeralds. So out of 10, out of 10, and out of 10. And the other one was out of 50. So these 3, not impossible, certainly, but at this stage, some of these cards are approaching 20 years old. They don't exactly crop up every weekend. It would have been really tough to replace these, and I was very disappointed. To be honest, I told the seller straight up, I'm less concerned about getting the refund, and I was happy that he was willing to provide it. But at the same time, I was more like, I don't know how I'm going to replace these cards, which would have been really unfortunate. Fortunately, all worked out, and then I shot him a message today just to get it done before the weekend, and he sent over the invoice, and I paid it. So all is well. He got his money, I got my cards, and everybody wins. So that'll be kind of what I'll finish off this, kind of this mail day on. So the little card that I'm going to show you here to finish it off, even though those out of 10s are pretty sweet, I actually am really fond of this card. Love the shine on this thing. That's a really cool card. So we'll finish off on that one. So hopefully you enjoyed this little mail day and a little story there to finish up. So sometimes you can't give up hope, but at the same time, you do have to be a proactive buyer, because it's just as easily could have been lost in the ether, and I wasn't going to pay for a product I couldn't pay. Fortunately, there's some sellers. We've done business already, so that probably helped. And I had bought cards before from them, and also after that had arrived. So that's kind of what led us to think that, oh man, you know what? Maybe it did get lost in the mail. But eventually it did find its way back over to this side of the country, so it worked out. Anyway, comments and questions are welcome as always, and have yourselves a good long weekend.